A donation of $5,000 came through with a message that made the streamer's blood run cold. A ceramic mug sat on the desk when armed police broke down the door during a live stream. 200,000 viewers watched it happen. A plastic spoon was stirring instant ramen when the doorbell rang at 3 a.m. The person at the door had been watching the stream for 6 months, learning the streamer's routine, waiting for this exact moment. A steel fork was there when a $1,000 donation demanded something that crossed every line. These objects witnessed streaming's darkest moments. Make sure you're subscribed to Spoony and Friends, because these confessions will change how you see live streaming forever. Comment right now. Have you ever seen something disturbing happen on a live stream? Let's talk about it. Here we go.
MUGSY here. Yeah, I've seen some things, but nothing prepared me from March 15th, 2023. The night streaming went from entertainment to attempted murder. My owner was Tyler Brooks, 22, variety streamer, about 8,000 followers. Not huge, but growing steady. Good vibes, funny commentary. Played everything from Minecraft to horror games. Tyler was one of the good ones. Never toxic. Always thanked his mods. Appreciated every follower. I was Tyler's water mug. Nothing fancy. Just kept him hydrated during 8-hour streams. Sat on his desk every single night. Right next to his webcam. I saw everything the camera saw. And I saw what the camera couldn't see. That night, Tyler was playing a co-op horror game with some friends, laughing. Joking found. Chat was active. Donations flowing. Normal stream. Around 10 p.m. A $50 donation came through. Username anonymous. Message read out by text to speech. Nice place you got there. The blue door is a nice touch. Tyler paused. His house had a blue front door. But lots of houses do, right? He laughed it off. Okay, that's a little weird, but thanks for the dono. Kept playing. 15 minutes later, another donation. $100. Same anonymous user. Your neighbor's dog barks a lot at night. Must be annoying during streams. Tyler stopped playing. His neighbor did have a loud dog. Chat started spamming question marks. Tyler's hands were shaking when he reached for me. Took a long drink. Okay. Whoever you are, this isn't funny. Don't do this. 5 minutes later, the big donation. $500. The message made Tyler's face go white. I called the police. I told them you have a hostage. Armed and dangerous. They should be there any second. Let's see if you can keep streaming through this. Tyler stood up, started to say something, and that's when we heard it. Loud banging on the front door. Police. Open the door now. Tyler's eyes went huge. He looked at the camera, at chat exploding with confusion. At the door. Oh my God. This is real. This is actually happening. The banging got louder. This is your final warning. Open the door or we're coming in. Tyler ran to the door, hands up, shouting I'm unarmed. I'm a streamer. There's nitrogen monoxide hostage. I could hear it from the desk. The fear in his voice. The stream kept rolling. 200,000 viewers now. Clipped and shared everywhere. We heard the door break open. We heard Tyler screaming, don't shoot. I'm alone. Check my stream. We heard heavy footsteps, shouting, commands. For 8 minutes, the stream showed an empty chair. My reflection in the webcam. Chat losing their minds. Then Tyler came back, escorted by police. Hands still shaking. Officer visible in the background confirming the house was clear. No hostage. No weapons. Just a kid with a microphone and a camera. Tyler sat down, looked dead into the camera, and said 6 words that haunt me. Someone just tried to kill me. The stream ended. Tyler didn't stream for 2 months. When he came back, he'd moved. New house, address completely private. Never showed windows. Never mentioned his location. Used a VPN. Blurred backgrounds. Paranoid about every detail. But the damage was done. Tyler told me later when he was packing to move that he couldn't sleep anymore. Every knock on the door made his heart race. Every siren outside made him panic. Someone out there knew where he lived. Knew his neighbor's dog. Knew his blue door. And tried to get him killed by police for entertainment. The anonymous donor was never caught. $500 to ruin someone's life. To turn their home into a crime scene. To weaponize police against an innocent person. All because, why? For laughs. For attention. For the thrill of power. I'm just a ceramic mug. I held water, but I was there when the internet stopped being virtual and became violently, terrifyingly real. When someone turned the stream into a hostage situation. When entertainment became attempted murder. Tyler still streams. But he's different now. Quieter. More cautious. Less trusting. And every time a big donation comes through, I see him tense up. Waiting for the next threat. The next violation. The next time someone tries to hurt him through his own broadcast. Swatting isn't a prank. It's not a joke. It's domestic terrorism with a $500 entry fee. And I watched it happen live.
Spoony here. You know me, Plastic Spoon. I've stirred a lot of ramen in my time, but nothing prepared me for the night I learned that parasocial relationships can turn deadly. My owner was Jessica Park, 24, just chatting streamer. Cozy streams, talked about her day, played casual games, did art sometimes. 15,000 followers, mostly wholesome community. She called her viewers Park Pals, made everyone feel welcome. That was her brand. Friendly, accessible, like talking to a friend. I was her late-night ramen spoon. Jessica would make instant ramen around midnight during every stream. Her streamer fuel. I'd stir the noodles while she chatted with viewers. Little ritual her community loved. Ramen time with Jess. There was this one viewer, regular donor. Let's call him Mark. Not his real username, but close enough. Mark had been watching for 8 months, donated regularly, always nice messages. Thanks for the stream. You made my day. Your smile is contagious. Normal viewer stuff, but over time, Mark's messages got different, more personal. I feel like I really know you. You're the only person who understands me. I think about you all day. Jessica started feeling uncomfortable, but didn't want to seem ungrateful. Mark donated a lot, helped pay her rent. One night in February 2024, Jessica was doing her usual midnight stream, making ramen. I was stirring the noodles. Chat was calm. And then Mark donated $500. Biggest donation he'd ever made. The message read, "I'm so happy I finally get to meet you tonight." Jessica's hand froze. "Meet me? What do you mean, Mark? Another donation. $200. I'm outside. I brought flowers. Can I come in?" Jessica's face went pale. She grabbed me so hard, I thought she'd break my plastic handle. "Mark, if this is a joke, it's not funny. How do you know where I live? $100 donation. Your window reflection. The street sign in your walking streams. The coffee shop logo on your cups. It wasn't hard. I've been planning this for months." Jessica ended stream immediately, grabbed her phone, and that's when the doorbell rang. I was still in her hand. She carried me to the door, looked through the peephole. A man was standing there, flowers in hand, smiling, just standing there, waiting. Jessica called 911, whispered into the phone, "There's someone at my door." He's been watching my streams. He found my address. I don't know what he wants. The dispatcher told her to stay inside. Lock everything. Police were coming. For 20 minutes, Mark stood at the door, ringing the bell, knocking, calling her name. Jessica, I know you're home. I just want to talk. I brought flowers. I thought we had something special. When police arrived, they found Mark sitting on her doorstep, still holding the flowers, confused why she wouldn't answer. But she always smiles at me, he told the officers. She talks to me every night. I thought she wanted me to come. Jessica got a restraining order, moved 2 weeks later, didn't tell anyone where, started streaming with a completely anonymous setup, green screen backgrounds, no personal details, no more walks, no more showing her food, nothing that could identify her location. But she also stopped being herself. The warm, friendly Jessica who made everyone feel welcome got replaced by someone guarded, paranoid, constantly checking locks, looking over her shoulder, reading every chat message as a potential threat. I'm just a plastic spoon. I stirred ramen. But I was there when a viewer crossed the line from fan to stalker. When I love your streams became I know where you live. When virtual friendship became physical danger. Mark thought watching her every night meant they had a relationship. That her on-camera personality was real intimacy. That showing up with flowers would be romantic instead of terrifying. Jessica told me before she threw me away. Too many bad memories that the worst part wasn't Mark showing up. It was realizing that everything she shared online, every little detail, could be used to find her. Her reflection in a window, a street sign in the background, a coffee shop logo, breadcrumbs. She didn't know she was leaving. Streamers aren't your friends. They're entertainers doing a job. And when viewers forget that line, when they start believing the performance is a personal relationship, it doesn't end with flowers at the door. It ends with restraining orders. And sometimes worse. I stirred her last bowl of ramen before she moved, and I've never felt more useless because I couldn't protect her from the one thing every streamer fears, the person who watches too closely.
Spike here. Steel fork, 4 prongs. And I need to tell you about the night I watched a streamer sell his dignity for $1,000. My owner was Chris Yang. 19, college student. Streamed for extra money. Did challenges, dares, anything for donations. His whole brand was, I'll do anything you pay me to do. Ate weird foods, did embarrassing dances. Shaved his eyebrows once for $500. Stupid stuff, but harmless. Mostly. I was part of his kitchen setup. He'd do eating challenges sometimes. I was just there. A fork. Nothing special. December 2023. Chris was streaming. Donation goal: $1,000 to pay his rent. He was $800 short with 3 days until rent was due. Desperate. Chat knew it. And that's when the donation came through. Anonymous user. $1,000. Message: eat dog food, a whole can. With a fork. On camera. Do it and the rent's paid. Chris stared at the screen, at chat spamming reactions, at the 4 digits in the donation. $1,000. His rent, his ability to stay in college. All he had to do was eat dog food. He laughed nervously. Come on, that's gross. Someone else donate and I'll do something else. But no one did. Chat started chanting, do it, do it, do it. 5 minutes passed. Chris kept trying to get other donations. Nothing came. The $1,000 sat there, unclaimed until he completed the dare. Chris went to his kitchen, came back with a can of dog food and me. Placed the can on his desk, opened it. The smell hit immediately. Chat was going crazy. He's actually doing it. This is insane. Someone stop him. but no one did. Chris looked at the camera. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I need to pay rent. He stabbed me into the dog food, lifted a chunk to his mouth, and ate it. He gagged immediately. Chat exploded. Chris forced himself to swallow, took another bite, then another. Viewers were tipping small amounts now, cheering him on, disgusted but unable to look away. Chris ate half the can before he started crying. Not from the taste, from what he was doing to himself. For money, for strangers, for entertainment. He finished the can, vomited off camera, came back pale and shaking. The $1,000 confirmed. Rent paid. Chat celebrated. Chris sat there, staring at me, covered in dog food residue, and whispered, "What am I doing with my life?" Chris deleted his streaming account 3 days later. Dropped out of college that semester. His roommate told me, after Chris moved out, that Chris said he couldn't look at himself anymore. That eating dog food for rent money broke something inside him. Made him realize he'd turned himself into a circus act. That he had more value than being someone's entertainment monkey. The anonymous donor never came back. Got their show, their humiliation, their viral clip. And Chris got his rent money and a permanent reminder that some money costs more than it pays. I'm just a fork, 4 prongs of steel. But I was the utensil that fed a kid his own degradation. $1,000. 1 can of dog food. 1 moment that destroyed someone's self-respect. And I'll never forget the look in Chris's eyes when he realized what he'd become. Donations aren't free money, they're transactions, and sometimes what you're selling is worth more than what you're paid. Chris had learned that lesson with a fork and a can of dog food, and he never streamed again.
3 streamers, 3 objects, 3 moments when streaming stopped being fun and became dangerous. MUGSY witnessed Swatting turn a home into a crime scene. Spoony watched parasocial relationships become stalking. Spike was there when desperation made someone sell their dignity for rent money. This is the reality of streaming culture that nobody talks about. If this video opened your eyes, hit that like button right now. Share this with a streamer who needs to hear it. And subscribe to Spoony and Friends because we're exposing the dark side of gaming culture, one confession at a time. Here's my question for you, and I want complete honesty in the comments. Have you ever witnessed something disturbing on a live stream? Swatting stalker behavior, degrading donation dares, or maybe you've been tempted to donate something inappropriate? Confess below. This community needs to have this conversation. We need to talk about where the line is and what happens when viewers cross it. And if you're a streamer watching this, please, please protect yourself. Hide your location. Use VPNs. Don't share personal details. Set boundaries with donations. Your safety is worth more than any sub count, any donation goal, any viral moment. Resources for streamer safety are in the description. This has been Spoony and Friends. Next time we're diving into something even darker. You won't want to miss it. Stay safe out there. Both streamers and viewers, remember, there are real people on both sides of the screen.